You're listening to After the Review.
After the review.
After review, the ruling on the field is confirmed.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? We are back here, week 3 of your backyard bookies. Take two of said cut. Thanks to technology, we had a starter. All right, I guess I can pull back on my praises a little bit. But Scott on the ultimate heater, man, was 5-0 last week. Not really sweating any of them, as he said, besides West Virginia, the last 2 minutes. Super sus for you, but big money.
Absolutely, but, we're making money over here. Gambling's not something that you're not going to sweat some games out. So it's been good. If you're going to win a few, you're going to have to sweat a few out. So we're all 9-1, up 3-something.
You are up. You're up 330. You are up 330.
We might have to put some big ones down this week. I haven't put any money denominations on my picks yet, so I have to put down some big ones. Like I said, I know
It's
this
coming.
kind of heater is not sustainable. There's probably an 0-5 coming up here soon. I don't want to jinx anything because I got people out there really really rooting for me and they really need me to come through. So.
Well, they're super degenerates too.
I'm taking this seriously. I'm taking this very seriously. This is very important to me and other people. So
I agree. And I feel terrible, but I really shouldn't. I'm in the positive. I'm up. We're 4-0 in locks, like I said. That's the big money getter. If we're 4-0 in locks and you bet the locks, we're going to make money every week. But let's just pull up the totals. You were up 201 from last week. You're up to 1330 total for the season. Got some money. You won the Packers minus 11.5. Texas and your boy Casey Thompson minus 26.5. Ole Miss minus 14. Kent and Iowa State hit the under of 56. And your lock of Westfall 2-5. Me, on the other hand, just a measly $52 up. I'm up to 11.08.
Money is money.
Money is money. 11.08 on the season. Buffalo, my lock, minus 3.5. Crushed Miami. That was easy. Ohio State, you're pathetic. Blew it. Couldn't cover against Tulsa. University of New Mexico, come on, man. I gave you 30 points. Unbelievable that A&M just managed to shut them out. All I needed was anything from New Mexico, and I would have been fine. And then Cincinnati took care of business at minus 4. So not great, but head-to-head are also pretty terrible. 0-3, Scott. If you're going to miss, that's where you should miss.
I'm okay with it, truthfully. We're going to pick those 3 games every week, but as far as I'm concerned, these first 5 games are more important. This is where the money's made. So
Yes.
I'm going to pick them. I'm going to keep picking them. Keep looking my best, trying to pick them, but
he's all about the
let's
money.
say hi to the people out there.
All right,
Definitely.
So let's give us your first one, Mr. Heater. What do you got for us this week?
The first one, we're going down back to Texas. I know I'm up here in Utah, but we're going to Texas here. We're going to Fort Worth, Texas for this one. We're going to go to Texas Christian University here. They are the dogs at home. Actually, I take that back. I apologize. They are the favorite 9.5 at home
Against SMU.
against SMU. Both teams not really teams that really like to cover or really have big trends. I just know I've watched TCU a lot, and they don't like to play blowout games against decent teams. I mean, okay, SMU's not a decent team, but they are a name team.
They have a name. Yes, they do have a name.
They do have a name. I mean, they have been decent in the past few years. So I don't know what they had this year, but looks like to me that they can keep it close. They're getting 9 points, kind of at home for TCU, but SMU's right down the road, so it's not really the biggest home game for them. TCU's not really even a place that. No, they don't really rock the house.
There's no crowd. It's not a baseball game.
They have like
if it was a baseball game,
exactly. They have like 5,000 students. They're not going to rock the house. So it's home field advantage. It's not even really a thing. I'm going to take SMU plus 9. I think we're going to go 33 to win 30 in that one.
Ooh, spooky.
I feel good about the Stangs. TCU likes to keep games close. I think even maybe the over-under is pretty high. I think it might be in the 60s.
That's pretty high. That's a lot of points.
So I'd probably say an under would maybe be a good bet there for all you people out there as well. I'm not going to take that, but I'll take SMU with the points. I'll put those in my back pocket. 33 to win 30.
All right. Like you said, you were telling me beforehand, you were struggling to find 5 games this week. I had a lot of
was.
games I liked, not a lot of games I really loved. So I'm going to start with this one. Let's head on down to the good old state of North Carolina. The Clemson Tigers are playing the NC State Wolfpack.
You bastard, that's my next one.
Oh, you hammering that under.
Let's see what you're taking.
I am hammering.
No, go ahead.
I am hammering the under in this game. It's a low number. It's 47.5. But we're talking the number 2 defense and the number 12 defense in the country through the first 3 weeks of the season. There is no offense to be found in this game. I'm expecting a 17-13 game. That's only 30 points. I don't think this game is going to be much of a contest towards the over. I would be floored. I've seen absolutely nothing from DJ and Clemson's offense. They've been absolutely pathetic. I mean, what'd they score last week? 12 points against Georgia Tech? 12 or 14?
Scored 14 points,
Yeah. So both offenses, both offenses doing nothing super special. NC State's kind of in the middle of the pack. Clemson's towards the bottom. But again, both elite defenses from what we've seen so far. Even if NC State's a little overrated based on their opponents early. Still, you got to be good. You're a good defense if you shut down points. You know that. A&M's number 1, Clemson's 3, Georgia's 4. Good defenses are good defenses. You holding people to zeros. So I expect a super low-scoring game here. Clemson is yet to wow me. I'm hammering the under. 25 big doll hairs over here on the under of 47.5. Yeah, make that money right there. All right.
Wow.
Game 2.
That's a mega coin there, Pete. 25?
25 doll hairs on the under here.
That's a big bet for you. Well, I'm staying there. I'm staying in this game. So like Pete said, they scored 3 points. Clemson scored 3 points against Georgia. They played a South Carolina State team. They put up a bunch of points like anyone would.
Yeah, no fault.
And then they played Georgia Tech. They had a rain delay or lightning delay for a while, so they kind of had to get back into the groove of things, and they put up 14-8 game against Georgia Tech there. Clemson's favored by 10. They're a 10-point favorite on the road. I think I'm kind of taking that same stance I did with West Virginia. That line doesn't make much sense to me at all. I think it should be a closer line. I think it should be more of like a Clemson by 2 or 3 the way they've been playing. But back to the way I'm betting right now. I'm going to go ahead and take Clemson minus 10 because they know something I don't. They don't want to score. Apparently, Vegas thinks they're going to score some points and they're going to put up some numbers against NC State.
They're winning this game 10-0. Maybe Vegas has it 10-0.
Maybe it could be like 17-3 or 17-6 or something. I don't know what they're thinking. They might still be thinking Clemson's really a top 10 team even after they put up what. One real touchdown against one real team so far.
Yes, it's been bad.
Makes no sense to me at all. Gambling doesn't make sense. So we're gonna take Clemson minus 10. We're gonna go. I'll go 25 to win. I'll go 25 to win 23 here. We'll bring it down a little bit just because.
Not totally sure because Vegas knows something you don't.
Not 100% sure. I mean, I wasn't. I was more sure about the West Virginia game last week when I didn't understand that line. But this one makes even less sense. So we're gonna go ahead and take the one that doesn't make any sense.
Well,
the way Clemson minus 10, 25 to win 23.
The way things are going, they will cover and they will hit the over on me over here.
That's gambling for
just the way your heater's been going. All right, I'm gonna go switch over to the NFL. I have a lock, and that's on Saturday. So we're gonna save that one. So we're gonna move over to Sunday. Carson Wentz is hurt again. Stop me if you've heard this one before. Carson Wentz dead. So I'm not too sure what they're gonna do about Carson Wentz being dead. I know Eason is
Sam Ehlinger alive yet?
No, Sam Ehlinger also dead. Jacob Eason not going to be the starting quarterback. The word is it's going to be Brett Hundley, the Brett Hundley.
Oh God.
Yes, off the practice squad. That's the word I'm getting here. So might be a little early. I'm banking on Carson Wentz not playing. I snagged this lineup as soon as I heard that. So I'm not putting too much on it, but we're putting some more coin on this one. I'm going Tennessee at home. Big overtime win last week. Give it the ball to the King Henry. -5.5 I know the Colts are super desperate, but I honestly don't expect them to do anything. If the Titans can play a good second half like they did against Seattle, because they pretty much shut Seattle down in the second half, again, if you can't stop Brett Hundley, I don't know who you're going to stop in this league. So I love the Titans here. At home, -5.5. They're feeling good. They got blown out week 1 at home. They need to put on a show for their fans at home, and this is not a spot for anything for Indy. I feel bad. I wish the Colts were better. I like Carson Wentz, but yeah, Brett Hundley, formerly of Aaron Rodgers fame, backup. I guess that's what he's most famous for. Colts don't stand much of a shot in this game. I like the Titans -5.5, 25 to win $23.
Okay, big time. Another 25er, huh?
Oh,
huge.
Those are my baby bets this week. I'm trying to catch you here. I'm trying to catch you, Scott.
Oh, wow.
This could backfire.
Interesting. All right, well, for my third bet here, we're coming back from Texas. We're going to come back from Texas and head back up to the great state of Utah. We're going down to Provo.
Oh, my God.
We're playing the South Florida Bulls in Provo.
Hey, South Florida. Competent team.
I have liked BYU. I like their quarterback. He's been playing really, really well. If you look at the scores they've been putting up, no scores have really been that distant. They haven't really broken,
They're just winning games.
Kind of big gap.
They're kind of comfortable.
They're winning games
comfortably.
They are a good team. They played Utah, and who else did they played? Who else did they play?
Arizona.
Played somebody else that's decent too. They played Arizona. Yeah,
Arizona State.
Arizona State. They played both of those teams. They won both those games, but they're pretty small margins. South Florida's getting 23 points on the road at BYU. I know BYU has some electricity right now. They're fired up there. They're probably getting hammered.
They're started drinking already with their water.
They're probably going down to the one bar in Provo and just getting destroyed. We all know what goes on in Provo. But like I said, they have not been beating teams by a lot of points. I do like their quarterback, but I like 23 points a lot better. So I'm going to take South Florida plus 23. It's like 3+ scores they got to beat them by.
Yeah, basically a touchdown.
I feel pretty good about that.
3 tugs and a field goal. You're in good shape.
Even a 35-17 game will keep me in there. So, unless BYU just decides to put up all kinds of points, they haven't been doing that last 3 weeks. So. Once again, it's gambling. It's sports. Who knows?
It is.
It's all trends here. So we'll take South Florida plus the points, 23. I'll go 33 to win 30 on that one. We'll keep it a little higher since we're sitting in the great state of Utah right now. So 33 to win 30.
If you're going to bet a team from Florida, South Florida feels like the right team. They're one of 2 Florida teams that won a game last weekend. Florida was down bad. The Gators lost. Florida State lost. Miami lost. FIU lost, I believe. FAU or FIU split. South Florida was the only other team. Only 2 teams in the state of Florida won. Both NFL teams lost. The Dolphins lost. The Jags lost. Florida's down bad in football. For a great state of football, they're down bad. So if you're going to bet on somebody, bet on the Bulls. I like that pick. Okay, let's see. Next one. Ooh, I like this game. Sunday. I don't know what to say about the Atlanta Falcons. They're just so confusing, so frustrating. They have a great offense. They don't necessarily always use said great offense. They looked good for a minute there against Tampa. They were down a good bit, stormed back, and then proceeded to throw 2 defensive scores. So that's how it goes in Atlanta, I guess. But their defense really couldn't stop Tom Terrific. And Atlanta's playing another pathetic team, the New York Football Giants. Pretty bad teams here. Giants scored a little bit of points on Thursday night against football team. They've had a long week, and this is a pretty small number. I'm still getting Calvin Ridley. I'm still giving Matt Ryan. I'm still getting Kyle Pitts. I still got Saquonimus Barkley III over there at running back. Should be pretty healthy this week. Daniel Jones, just throw the ball to Kenny Golladay. My man was getting in Jason Garrett's face. They're going to get the ball to Kenny Golladay this week. Got him going to fantasy. 47.5. I'm hammering the over in this game. Neither team plays much defense. what's Heineke for football team scored 20. What did he score? 23 last week? 26 against. Yeah. Matt Ryan's gonna put up 30 in his sleep. And I don't think Atlanta's defense can stop a nosebleed. Tom Brady threw 5 touchdowns at 1,000 years old. Daniel Jones can get me 2. Saquon can bust 1 big run. So 47.5, that's a super low number. I think this game's probably in the 30s. And at worst case scenario, it's 28-24, and I'm still in. So I'm going 33 to win 30 here on the over. Root for the over. Life's too short to bet the under. I'm betting the over here. Betting the over here. 47.5. I think this is a good number. I did a little peeking on the smart money. 90% of the smart money is on the over in this game. So I'm very confident in this bet. Only 60% of
So you think.
So I think. But this is the sharp. The sharps know what they're doing. This late money comes in on Sundays. The public comes in on Sundays. The Vegas boys come in earlier in the week. Shout out to a certain podcast I listen to. I don't want to give it away, so everyone watches our show instead. But they give me a little bit. But so yeah, over on this one. What's your last game before you lock?
So we're going to California here. We're going out to Stanford, UCLA.
I like this game.
Stanford at home. UCLA is a 4.5 point favorite on the road against Stanford. Stanford has put up pretty good scores the past couple of games, and UCLA is coming off they're coming off a pretty tough loss against a decent Fresno State team.
Fresno State's kind of good, I think.
They might be sort of good. Might be. It's also Fresno State. They've had good players in the past, but
they got a couple dudes in the NFL.
True. Stanford's coming off a win against America's favorite team once again, the Vanderbilt Commodores. Beat them down pretty good. And they also beat USC.
They blew out. They got they got Clay Helton fired. They got him fired.
They got USC pretty good. Lost to Kansas State, but that's early in the season. I'm gonna discount that a little bit. Kansas State's a top 25 team.
They're ranked.
They're a good squad, but they're coming off hot against Vanderbilt. Coming off a pretty fired up UCLA team. They were ranked pretty high after their big win earlier in the year against LSU, which that's probably a fraud, but LSU is a fraud. Anywho, yeah, UCLA is minus 4.5. I like their quarterback. I think Vanderbilt's not going to. I think Stanford is not going to have nearly as much energy coming off probably a pretty boring win against Vanderbilt. I'll take UCLA on the road against Stanford minus 4.5. I think UCLA is a good team. They just had a tough loss against a decent team.
Is this 2012?
I think they can bounce back.
Is this 2012? We're believing in Chip Kelly like this again?
It is very well. It's even weird betting on UCLA to win games. UCLA has been irrelevant the past 15 years. They have a veteran quarterback. He's playing pretty well. Tough loss last week. They're going to be mad. Hopefully they're going to be mad for me. But
hopefully.
I don't care the rest of the year if I don't pick them. But this week I hope they're pretty angry. 4.5 on the road against Stanford. We're going to go 33 to win 30 on this one. I feel decent about this. I don't know. It just feels right to put a little extra money on this. I think UCLA can come through and keep the heater going. So UCLA minus 4.5, 33 to win 30.
Okay, I like it. So you bet on Aaron Rodgers last weekend and didn't play good in the first half, but he was Aaron Rodgers in the second half. And I don't know if he's back. He might be back. I don't know if he's got a personal vendetta going on here. I do have a problem with that Green Bay defense, though. They're looking they don't have a pass rush anymore. Zadarius Smith on the IR. They're lacking some pass rush. They have some questions on the back end. Jair Alexander can only cover one person, and even then, who knows how good he is. And then they're playing the San Francisco 49ers this weekend. And I like a lot from what I see from San Francisco. Green Bay can't stop this offense. They haven't stopped them the last 2 times they've played them. They played them twice the year that San Francisco went to the Super Bowl. They blew them out both times. I think Aaron Rodgers wants a little revenge here. I think he's going to cook up some offense for me. And I know the Niners are going to cook up some offense with Jimmy G as long as he can stay healthy. Shoot, if Trey Lance even comes in, they're going to cook up some offense. Green Bay's not going to stop this team. 49.5 over 55 wing wangs on this game. I'm hammering the over at 49.5.
55, huh?
55 wing wings.
Wow.
Big man, 55 to win 50. I'm going with the over, 49.5. I think Aaron Rodgers is back. He's going to give me a couple tugs, 3 to 4. Should be good enough. I don't expect Green Bay to stop San Francisco at all. San Francisco had to play in an ugly game against Philly last weekend. I think they're ready to open it up. It's at home. It's in prime time. It's going to be a show. And a worst-case scenario, Kyle Shanahan's going to run it up on him and hang 35 or 40 on Rodgers just for the fun of it. So I love the over in this game, 49.5. Give it to me, baby. Staying in California. I do kind of like the Niners in that game, too. So, but we'll save that for a little bit later. All right, what's your lock, Mr. Moneymaker?
All right, the moment we've all been waiting for, the big lock of the week. So as we all know, I like my Big Ten teams. I bet them pretty much every week. Iowa's always been a big team I've been betting on.
I looked at Iowa.
We're gonna go away from Iowa this week. We're gonna head to Sparty.
Oh,
Sparty
no
town.
way.
We're gonna head to East Lansing.
No way.
I'm gonna pick the Nebraska-Michigan State matchup here in East Lansing. Michigan State is a minus
5-point favorite.
My 5-point favorite at home against literally a team that's had a Martinez as their quarterback the last 15 years, I feel like.
Maybe 100 years.
They keep finding Martinez's that suck. There's hasn't been one that's been good. I feel like. I don't know. It could be the same Martinez. I don't even know.
All the Martinezes.
All I know is he's fucking horrible. So, they played Oklahoma last week. They pretty much put up a goose. Oklahoma's not a good team. I'm sorry, they're just not. They're not. I think they're hardly a top 10 team, really. Spencer Rattler's he's fine. He's fine. He's not the number one quarterback. But I digress here. Michigan State, Big Ten defense. A bunch of elephants out there. They're all playing defense. A bunch of elephants. Really like Michigan State in this game. -5 at home against a Martinez that lost to Illinois as well. And then they played Buffalo and Fordham. Let's throw those games out the window. Michigan State's put up pretty good numbers. They played good teams. I mean, Northwestern's not that good of a team, but they did play Miami. I'm not a big Garrett King fan.
But they blew
either,
them out.
They just destroyed them, and that was actually on my list. That was on my list last week, so it would have been 6-0. But toot my own horn at this point.
We could just shoot out ones we like. Yes.
So I like Michigan State a lot. This is really one of the only games on the board that I felt really good about because I hate Nebraska with all my might.
All his might.
They just stink. Scott Frost, right? He's still there?
He's still there.
He probably needs to go. He's not as good as everyone he's been advertised.
He was a national champion. Remember that. He won a national championship.
He was a national champion.
Self-crowned.
6th ranked team. Yeah.
Self-crowned
Exactly.
national champion.
But I'm taking Michigan State -5, 100 to win 91. Really feel good about this one. What time is this one at? This one's going to be
6 o'clock.
Mid-afternoon game.
6 o'clock.
So we'll have some time to wait. Unlike last week, was literally the first game of the day on Saturday, the West Virginia game that I sweated out. So we'll have a little bit of time to watch the other games and really focus on the lock here. But feeling really good about Sparty here. -5, 100 to win 91.
All right, I'm going to pull up my Action Network app here. Let's see if we can get that into focus. Can we see that? What? Oh, it's not focusing. Okay, it's not focusing. My lock of the week is the Spartans at home against Nebraska, 100 to win 90. This is what happens when we don't talk to each other. All right. Like everything you just said, Nebraska doesn't have anything going for them. They got a Martinez at quarterback. I'm believing Sparty. It was between this one and, I could switch. I liked a lot of games this week. I liked the over in Minnesota-Seattle. That was at 55.5. Chose not to.
I actually also like in that game the under, 52. But just saying.
Michigan giving 30 to Rutgers this week. I don't know if I can believe in Michigan yet with Jim Harbaugh, but I'm going to ride with Sparty. It's going to kill us here, but I can't change my lock. The Spartans. So yeah, it's got a double seal of approval, so that means we are for sure losing this game. It's pretty much
Fade.
Super fade.
Fade it.
Michigan State only giving up 5 at home. They win this game by a touchdown easily, I think. There's no way this is a field goal game. I would be floored. Nebraska showed me nothing. Michigan showed me a lot, especially on offense. Michigan State is not known for their offense. They've been scoring points every week. Yeah, let's buy Sparty. I'm buying Sparty. So is it super climactic or anticlimactic that I had the same lock as you?
I think it's just Juju has just been really taken out of this one here. It's a tough one now. Now I don't feel as good.
He doesn't
I don't feel as good anymore.
Good.
I should have picked it.
Hey, we haven't missed yet. All I can say is we haven't missed yet. Does this count as 5? If we win this
might
week,
be the week to fade, ladies and gentlemen. Might be the week to fade.
If I get this, are we 5-0 or 6-0? We get a double win if we're right?
Oh, of course we do. We both picked them. We didn't talk to each other before.
This is a problem, but I like it. Other games I like. I do have some other bets I like. Fade Justin Fields. Like I said, I think he's way overvalued at 7 points. I think Cleveland crushes Chicago this weekend in Cleveland. Baker Mayfield, 3rd in the league in yards per attempt. That's really freaking good. Leads the league in completion percentage, also very good. Has struggled in the red zone a little bit because his EPA is not great. And his effective points averaged is towards the bottom third, but still tons of yards per attempt. Leads the league in completion. That's good. OBJ should be back this week, so another game I like. But yeah, all right, let's go to our head-to-head picks. We're tied. We're both 1-5 on the season. In head-to-head picks. First game, Tampa Bay at the Rams. Line is Tampa Bay -1. Are we going with Tommy Terrific, Scott?
I'm not going to pick the spread in this one.
Right.
I didn't like the 1 point. LA's been playing really well. Tampa's also been playing well, but they've been putting up a whole lot of points and really mixing it up every single week. He had first week, Mike Evans did nothing. Second week, Mike Evans has 2 touchdowns. First week, Antonio Brown does nothing. Second week, he does absolutely nothing. Chris Godwin has, his catches here and there.
Gronk always catches 2 touchdowns.
Gronk's always catching 2 tutties. But he's a red zone man. He's a red zone machine, so that's just what he does. I think in a 40-point game, I forgot what the stat is, but in a 40-point game, something about Tom Brady when he scores 40, he wins like
every game,
or 80% of his games or something. I feel like he can do it against LA. The over/under is 55. I like the over.
All right.
LA's a good squad. Obviously, they have a good defense, but I can see Tampa Bay scoring 35, and then maybe LA putting up 21, 28. It could be a pretty high scoring match. It's also in good weather. It's in LA.
Indoors. So perfect weather.
It's in a good spot for scoring. And Tampa Bay mixes it up every week, so I like the over. It's higher than I want it to be, but I still feel like it's definitely going to be doable for Mr. Terrific here. So we'll take the over.
I don't know how I feel about that. This is a prove it week for Matt Stafford. Stat Padford. He's 8-57 against teams with a winning record. Now, is that the Detroit Lions or is that Matt Stafford? It's hard to tell. He's had some good teams every now and then with Detroit. Did have Calvin Johnson, did have a top 5 defense in 2014. So, a little bit of a question mark here. Also, Bucs defense played really freaking good last week after looking kind of shitty week 1. They 2 touchdowns against Atlanta. And the Rams defense has been really good all season. So I like Tampa Bay in this game, and I kind of like the under in this one. So to match with you, I'm going to take the under in this game. Also like Tampa Bay -1. I'm not sold on the Rams just quite yet. Matt Stafford, you know the rule. Prove it. You got to prove it to me before I start believing you. Stafford hasn't proved anything yet. So I'm going to never bet against Tom Brady. That's my rule. Fantasy quarterback for a reason. Tom Terrific. All right, let's stay in California. San Francisco and Green Bay. We talked about this one earlier. What do you got?
I picked our guy A-Rod last week for the Monday night game. He's getting 3.5 on the road against San Francisco. He's not playing in Florida this week. So,
not in Florida this week.
Always good when you're not playing in Florida or you're playing at home, but he's also playing at home, his home state, California, from Chico. We all know Aaron Rodgers from Chico, California. Playing in San Francisco, playing in the Bay. San Francisco's playing well. Jimmy G's been showing he can kind of do it. Trey Lance mixing it in there. I think last week was a pretty big win for Green Bay. The first week was a big fluke. It really was. San Francisco was a good defense, but I think getting at least a field goal, it feels pretty good to have a field goal in your back pocket with Aaron Rodgers as your quarterback.
The hook hurts.
He knows how to mix it up just like Tom. So I'm going to take Green Bay plus 3.5 on the road against San Francisco. Feeling pretty good about that one.
You know what? Screw Rodgers. San Francisco, minus 3.5. You know why? Because Rodgers looks like a homeless hippie. And I hope bad things befall him. Throw 4 touchdowns, lose the game by 10. San Francisco's dominated Rodgers last 2 times. I know he's going to play angry, but until Green Bay's weapons ain't gotten any better. Aaron Jones and Devontae Adams still the same dudes. You know, who the hell? Oh, Robert Tonyan, scary. Ooh, everybody beats Detroit too. I mean, I guess you could say, well, Detroit played close against San Francisco, so by math, this de facto, Green Bay is gonna win against San Francisco. I don't give a shit. San Francisco was blowing out Detroit also, and they kind of let them come back in. They fell asleep at the wheel. Not gonna happen this week. Niners minus 3.5. Yeah. Just because, on principle, I think I'd have to throw up if I had to pick Aaron Rodgers in a meaningless game that I'm not putting money on. But I hope he scores some points. That's all.
Fair enough.
All right, last one. I'll lead off the last one. Monday Night Football in our great state, your former great state, my current great state of Texas. And how about them Cowboys? Finally got a win. They probably should have lost, but the Chargers chargered. So that's always something. But they got the Eagles coming to town. And I like what I see from Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts throws pretty nice deep ball. He's got a nice connection with Jalen Reagor down there on those deep balls. Had a touchdown to him. Had one called back on a holding penalty that was kind of soft in my book. I'm an offensive lineman. I think all holds are kind of soft, unless it's my team rushing the passer. But anyway, I like what I see from the Eagles so far. They're getting 4 points. This is a primetime game. This is a perfect game for the Cowboys to either A, shit the bed, or Dak leads them to another last-second win, and they win by 3. So I'm taking the Eagles here plus 4. I like if it comes down to the wire, that's what I expect, and I like Dak to get the win. Dak is very good in crunch time. I think he does a good job getting his team into position, but it's not enough to win the game by more than a field goal. So Eagles plus 4 here, and I'm going to ride the Hurts train.
Interesting. But truthfully, I'm not the biggest Jalen Hurts fan. I don't think he's really that good, but that's just me. I mean, a lot of people have different opinions. Like you said, Cowboys are at home. I think Dak's coming off that injury, and he's really playing really, really well.
Struggled a little last week.
He does, but he has more weapons now than he's ever had before. I mean, I know Zeke hasn't played super well, but
he's washed.
He's got the weapons now. He's not.
He's washed.
Not
Zeke's
great.
washed. It's
he
okay.
Hasn't been great.
Tony Pollard, way to go.
True. I mean, he had a better week last week, but CeeDee Lamb, he's going to be a big time guy, and I really like. Name escapes me right now. The Penn State linebacker Micah Parsons.
Micah Parsons, crazy man.
Kind of a dude.
Just a quick comment on Micah Parsons. Somebody put up a video highlight of Micah Parsons getting worked by Rashawn Slater, the rookie tackle from the Chargers. I would hope Rashawn Slater would win in pass pro against Micah Parsons. I would really hope that he would be able to block him in space, but that's just a little side note there. So yeah, okay. But yeah, he's been playing pretty well, Micah Parsons.
He's a good player. He's probably the best athlete in the draft, truthfully. Kind of a freak, but you picked the Eagles. You like the Eagles. I'm basically picking the Cowboys because I don't even like Jalen Hurts that much. I think he's It's fine. He's good. Not great. I think Dak's a better player, even coming off the injury. So we're going to take the Cowboys -4, and we're going to have 3 games that are totally against each other. And we're going to go into this weekend, and besides our lock,
so painful.
We're going to have games that are against each other, so it's going to be a fun weekend.
I like that. We will
to look at games.
I will have fun texting you on Saturday in pure pain as we watch Sparty. Just it'll be like we'll be pulling teeth watching that game. We're gonna come out on top, but it's gonna be a painful come out on top.
Oh God, I hope
we're gonna be up 7 and Nebraska's gonna have the ball, or we're gonna be up 6 or something like that. Nebraska's gonna have the ball. They're gonna trot out a meaningless field goal to try and get the ball back, and onside kick.
You saying that already is getting me nervous. I hate it.
All right.
Absolutely hate it.
Oh, yeah, that's good stuff. All right. Again, you can follow our bets on Action Network. If you like our stuff, share it. Let the people know we're making money. Don't listen to us or listen to us. It's whatever, man.
Listen to us. No, listen to us, damn it.
Yeah. Or fade us.
Listen to us. We're making money over here.
Or you could
fade us. I mean, this week might be the week to do it, but we've been making money lately. I know we're 2 weeks in, but we're over here bankrolling.
Yeah,
so
we're basically professionals.
Got to keep it going.
We're professionals at this point.
Got people out there that need us.
There are.
Yeah, exactly.
There are certain people that need us out there because
people out there that
the degenerates, our degenerate friends need us.
For sure. One in particular.
He's a super degenerate. So yeah, again, that'll do it for us this week. And yeah, we'll see you all next Friday.